do. 3 life hacks that literally change and are going to help you creating a big shift in your life. Very simple. If you apply these 3 life hacks right today, you are going to start seeing how your life span out in a very different way. These 3 life hacks I personally use myself. I teach my own brother to manifest his first $20,000 project besides his current work. And now he's on to a bigger project at the moment. And also I teach my client and also change my client mindset, lifestyle from the 3 life hacks. So you wanted to get your pen and paper out and write it down. Make sure you engage during the conversation, even if you're watching on replay, because that is how you tell your brain, I'm here, I'm present fully, I want to absorb this information and I want to make this information mine. Hi. So let's start going. Now, the biggest problem that we usually have is this, same with today. So my baby has been sick out of nowhere yesterday, and she just been nagging, crying, and everything, right? As a mom and running this business, there's nothing else I cannot do but to tune into herself. Now I'm in the middle of the big launches, like revamping my whole program, that stream, and also preparing for the events that are coming up at the 21st, 25th of March. There's so many things that are on my plate right now, and I couldn't change it. Now, the normal person, the person that I was before, would react this way. I get frustrated, I get annoyed, I get, so upset because I couldn't do anything else, because I think by she being sick is blocking me from acting on my highest potential and really preparing me for the bigger launch that I'm preparing myself. So usually, like if not your baby is sick, I want you to consider what is in your life right now that you actually thinking that circumstances actually determine your reality. Actually, like it's really influenced how you feel. It changed the way you showed up. Just because something doesn't go according to what you like, it's actually something you really, really wanted to remove and you couldn't. What is it in for you? Because the biggest problem that people usually have that actually drain them down and get them dragged down even further into a life is feeling like life always passing you by and you can never have that controlling over life. Who feels the same way? Like, just drop yes down below if you feel the same way. You feel like life has constantly passing you by and you never have the control over whatever is happening in your life. That's number one. Or you either feel like you're so ready for that big change and you're so ready for that next milestone in your business, in your life, but then something just going to happen to block you from it or to take away life from you. Like drop 2 if you feel that second one. And I want to start seeing with the comments, start seeing how people are dropping in. Now, the reason for why do we feel the same way? There are many, many reasons. But I think the ultimate reason that really changed, and I just asked my brother actually, like I asked him, what would be the one thing that really helped me really help you that I've been teaching you for the last 1 year? And he would be like, mindset freedom. The reason for it, because everyone think that their freedom is outside of themselves. Everyone think that their freedom is externally, is given by your parents' approval on something, by your husband allowing you to do something, by the economy allowing you to start your business, or by your clients start signing up and start, raving and, commenting on your posts. That is when you are going to decide to act on that next thing. Everyone always waiting for that one sign, always waiting for that approval or permissions from someone else outside of them. And this literally the problem. Why do you feel either number 1, feel like life has been passing you by, or number 2, you always felt like you can never gain control, or like when you are about to do something, there's something like life adversity challenges going to show up so that you don't act on it. Hi Tara, hi Ellie, everyone. Just drop 1 or 2, which is your problem. So I'm going to give you 3 things that literally changed and shifted my whole entire world. The first thing is I changed my perception about life. I literally changed my perception about life. I stopped thinking that freedom is outside of myself, and I start seeing how freedom comes from the mindset. Freedom is not coming from if someone buys something from you, someone spend money on you, if someone give you something, that is how you felt. Like people literally attach that. If this person do this, I would feel this way, like conditioned way of freedom. You see, there's always a condition we place up on our freedom, but freedom is a state of being. Like this is the work that I learned from Viktor Frankl, from, A Man's Search for Happiness. He was sent to a Nazi camp, and he realized that he had no freedom physically, no freedom to use toilet, to eat at the time that he wants, absolutely no freedom as a human. However, he realized this moment, he realized it really sets him free is this. He realized that the camp guard have actually absolutely no freedom as much as he doesn't. All right. So basically, inside of that camp, he was a prisoner. He doesn't have any human rights, but he had the one ultimate freedom, and that is this: the mindset, the thoughts, the ability to choose what to think about and how to view the situation. But his camp guard, which is like the king of that place, they have all the they have all the physical freedom, but they didn't have that mindset freedom. They didn't have that ability to choose what to think, how to behave, what to perceive, right? They don't have the choice to receive or perceive something differently. They can only take order from other people and do according to other people told them. They have no choices to think outside of what they are told. This is how they were trained to be in humanity. So freedom is this way. It's not coming from outside of yourself. It's coming from your internal self. And the biggest place to get the freedom is your mindset. It's your mindset. And that is what my brother really, really praised. Mindset freedom is the one thing that really helped him see that whatever situation throw at him, he always had the solutions to see it differently and to have a better way to get out. Sometimes life gets so hard, right? You get so stuck. But remember that there's always one way out, and that way happen in your mind first. That way have to happen in your mind first. And I bring this belief in myself for so long. I always believe that life always have a solution for anything, even that is the biggest breakdown, even that the scariest thing that I face, even that is the darkest space. I always believe there's a solution for it. And I never give up on that choices of freedom by thinking a different thoughts and having a different mindset. Like today, I totally can think about, oh my gosh, my baby is sick again. I cannot do this well. And I just call it off and cancel everything. Nope. What I think was this: oh, happy. She's now needing some rest. I have more time to nurture her, to feed her, I bring her out this morning to play and to enjoy life and to remind myself how to be more. You see, there's two different versions. The mom who get frustrated and gets so angry at life situation. And if you are in that same way, and even if you're not a mom, if you're in the same way, you are signing up for a lot of disappointment, because life always happens. Life always have something happen. But I choose to switch to the thoughts where, no, this is a gift for myself. And this mindset freedom require you to think in a bigger picture and to allow yourself to receive the gift of life blockages. So that is the first thing. Now, the second thing is it easy to receive the life blockages? No, not at all. It's not at all. And even to the most advanced client that I'm helping, that they've been with me for 2-3 years, whenever they face a dark emotion, we were trained to think that dark emotion, negative emotion, bad, sad, frustration, fear is something so bad. We have to avoid it, right? We have to hide away from it. This is coming from the second point. The second thing that really hacked me from living a better life is to flow and not fight. To flow and not fight. Write it down. Flowing and not fighting. Now, what are we not fighting? We are not going to fighting the adversity of life. We are not fighting how other people treat or doesn't treat us in a way that we want. We are not fighting the emotion that comes up whenever we have a struggle or a life challenge. We are not going to fight that. We have to learn how to flow along with life. Whatever life is handed to you, the only thing you can do is make it a better cake, a better lemonade, right? By thinking a different thought and feeling a different way. So that is flowing and not fighting. Stop fighting with your life adversity and always know that there is a gift in this life adversity. I just need to receive that gift. I just need to receive that gift. And receiving the gift is something so hard that I actually teach in my Digital program, but also at the same time, I want to let you know before we go, like the last point of life hacks that I always use for myself is this one. I know that a belief system built from how you view the world. So basically how you view the world right now, whatever you see in your Facebook feed, whatever you notice, usually when you walk down the street, you like it. Do you notice the tree that is beautiful? You actually notice, the garbage that put out in the street. Because that focusing point is telling me where your belief system is, your belief system reflecting your focusing point. So basically for me to become a better version so far within like 3 years, and also for my brother, to the privilege to be around me is the modeling power. We as a child, until even now, we learn by modeling. What does it mean? We learn by modeling. It means that we, like sometimes our physical eyes cannot get an idea, but we can always see how other people behave and embody and think and act and look like and think like, talk like, the language is the thoughts of them. We can always look at them and we can always choose, oh, I love it so much, I would love to be in the same way. I'm not saying to copy them. Don't copy anyone, because you are the most unique gifts you can give to the world. Don't copy anyone. But I want you to start analyzing and focusing on today, like really reflecting who else in your life that you would love to trade places with, who in your life that you would love to trade places with, that you would love to be in that same life. And I would love for you to see how do they think, act, behave, and walk and carry themselves, talk about themselves, even like treat other people and communicate. Because the modeling power is how we learn so fast to become a better version. I mean, your better version is not like me, or not like Oprah Winfrey, or not like, other big names out there. It's not the same, but you can start picking up elements of that version by looking at them and see, what do you like about that? How do you want to behave the same way or think the same way? I think one of the perks that I always got was being around magnificent coaches and limitless potential coaches, where they challenge me to think differently, they challenge me to talk differently, they challenge me to behave differently, and they really, really challenge me to grow into that next version of who I am by showcasing me how they live their freaking life in a phenomenal way. Like the other day, one of my clients, like, she earning 6-figure and she's making like 300,000 in her business. It's insane how she felt completely frustrating that she doesn't make, the goal that she wants. And I asked her this one, like, she was frustrated how she only have a new account and only have 100 people following her. And I asked her, why do you need more followers? And already she's a coach that really help people, make a lot of money out of, small audiences. Like, how do you already that you don't need that, right? How magnificent, how miraculous it is for you to actually make that, $40,000-$50,000 with just this 100 people. Wouldn't that be something so magnetizing, so surreal? Wouldn't you agree? Yeah. If you see a coach that says, like, I only have, like, for me, I only have 1,500 people when I make that multiple 6-figure last year. Like, wouldn't you want to be in the same zone? Or you actually want someone who have like 10,000, 20,000, and then they make that money, right? Because that number is so hard to build. It is so long to go there. So that is the option to look at your life. If you have that coach who can tweak it, who can let you see the world from a very different point of view, this is the way the power is lying from, the modeling power. And I believe that modeling power has been one of the biggest, I think the biggest key for me to grow so fast every single day, because I surround myself with women who are ambitious, go-getter, fierce, and also know how to rest, how to enjoy life, how to have phenomenal life, and how to live outside of fear zone, how to live outside of that conditioning game that we always get under. And you are the average energy of 5 people around you. So your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sister, your siblings, your friends who you're talking with, they are contributing to the energy that you are carrying. They're contributing to the version of who you are right now. If you've been talking to a victim mindset girlfriend, you immediately are going to notice that she always, like, you'll feel weighting down a little bit whenever you talk to her, and she always give you that sense of, you know, pittiness, and you felt bad to leave her, but you don't feel good to be around her. Like, anyone have that experiences before? Drop a yes down. Because this is literally how you are modeled by her to be a victim, to settle for less, to be, you know, under power of other people and never regain that control over their own life. The only thing that you can control over is your emotions. That is the only thing, that is the only factor that you can control over, and you can drive your life. And that is, I believe, the key factor to also manifest and attract a better life. The emotion, your state of being, your inner being is what really, really important. And by you having someone else displaying that next version, displaying how success look like, displaying how magnificent abundance be like, feel like, you are going to be able to get there a lot faster. And this is how the secret of, like, you know, collapsing time. In this talk, short talk, I couldn't cover everything to all the tactics, but in my upcoming event, 3-day miracle shift, if my team is here, please drop the link down. In my 3-day miracle shift event from 21st to 25th of March, is where I actually walk you through the 3 days where I teach you the 3 elements to manifest that miracle shift. To really, you know, sometimes it's so hard. You know this knowledge now, but it is so hard to implement because you get pulled back by life a lot. This is how it usually happens. I want you to get pulled forward. I want you to be pulled forward. I want you to move forward. I want you to go to the next bigger zones and not just get trapped in here in that mundane life, in that ordinary life where you don't see anything else is happening. So miracle shift is the place where it's not just the knowledge, it's literally an experiences where I walk you through the elements. That the first thing is really good, inner being. What does it look like? How can you trust your inner being more? How can you own that mindset more? How you can notice when it's the right energy, when it's not the right energy, because we're dealing with energies, a lot invisible energy that we don't want to welcome. The second thing I walk you through is the life blockages, the blockages that actually you've been fighting it, but it's going to be really serving if you know how to flow along with it. And that life blockage is limiting belief, inner childhood, inner monster, the fear, and the emotional blockage that we all have inside of ourselves. This is actually the one thing that's get you stuck and block you from the success you want. It is not that you're lazy. It is not that you are not capable, or this life blockages is what get you trapped here and not move forward. And the last day is where I teach you how to align to yourself, your version now to the next version, so that you can make that quantum shift. You can get out of this life and really bring your life to the next level. Like my client who have $250 and now having $10,000 income, or for me, it was the shift that get me from $1,000 or $2,000 to 25 income, or 25,000 income. And money, it's just a denominator to track how big is the shift is. It's not the only factor. It's about how you impact the world. It's about how you can speak on that stage, be the speaker, write that book, and then show up in your life in the most authentic self. It's literally the shifts that get me out of my ordinary version into this magnificent that you might, admire, or you might like, or you might endorse right now. But literally I was like that before. I was no one. Don't even believe in myself, in my capability. So we'd love for you to drop or sign up right now, bit.ly.com/miracle shift. If my team is here, please stop in the chat. I'm gonna put it in the box over here as well. And also remember that I'm also giving away amazing prizes for engager that is coming on and joining me on the 3 days. It's literally an experiences where I just don't teach you the knowledge, but I walk you through how to really, really shift internally inside as a person. I just couldn't, speak highly of it more than this. Like, it's so beautiful. And we also have like an integration day where I walk you through the whole thing, and you're gonna literally feel that shift inside of your body. I'm so excited for that one. Drop a yes down. You have registered. If you haven't, just go here, go to the link right now and grab your seat, because it's a paid event, but I think it's free for the next 20 people. So we already have about 100. So it's free for the next 20 people. And yeah, cannot wait to welcome you in the miracle shift.